Have you ever asked yourself why some people walk into a room and are instantly respected, listened to, and achieve success with ease, while others, even though they are hardworking and sincere, keep getting ignored, outshined, or even betrayed? The truth is harsh. Living with good intentions alone is not enough. In a world of brutal competition, those who don't understand the invisible rules of power are always at a disadvantage. And no one saw these rules more clearly than Niccolo Machiavelli, the political strategist who wrote The Prince more than 500 years ago. A book that stirred fierce controversy, not because it was beautiful, but because it revealed how the world truly works. Unlike the endless self-help books telling you to always be kind, always smile, always obey, Machiavelli was cold and precise. He showed, if you don't know the game, you'll be crushed. But remember, this is not a lesson to turn you into a ruthless manipulator. This is to awaken your strategic mind, to protect yourself from the games of others, and to become someone respected, strong, untouchable. In this video, you will discover 10 psychological tactics of Machiavelli still frighteningly effective even today, in love, in career, in business, in every social relationship. Get ready. Some truths will make you uncomfortable. Some truths will set you free. But all of them share one single purpose: to give you back control over your own life. Tactic 1. Pretend to be weak so your enemy drops their guard. Machiavelli once said, "People see what you appear to be, but very few know who you truly are." This is one of the most dangerous keys to power. Never reveal your full strength from the start. Picture this: you enter a new company, and within days you show off all your skills and expose all your ambitions. What happens? Colleagues grow jealous, your boss gets suspicious, and you quickly become a target. The wise, however, do the opposite. They act ordinary, stay quiet, and observe. They let others believe they are harmless, like a lion wearing the skin of a sheep. Stop and think. How many times have you revealed too much, only to be undermined? How many times have you spoken too much, only for your own words to be turned against you? Machiavelli warned, those who reveal all their thoughts become vulnerable. Those who expose all their abilities instantly become targets. When you pretend to be weaker than you are, you buy time, you gather information, and most importantly, you keep the strategic advantage. This is not cowardice. This is self-mastery. Like a chess master, letting the opponent think they are winning until the very last moment, when you deliver checkmate. Tactic 2. Never rely on pity. Make others respect and fear you. One of the most dangerous illusions is believing, if I'm always kind, always understanding, others will treat me the same way. But Machiavelli looked at life with cold eyes. He said, the mistake is not in being kind. The mistake is in placing your fate in the hands of someone else's kindness. Because when you depend on pity, you've already handed your life over to them. Machiavelli emphasized, it is safer to be feared than loved. Lever the friends. It is life in Christ. Not because love has no value, but because it is fragile, unstable, and changes easily. Meanwhile, fear, if built the right way, creates a clear boundary. Stop and think. At work, have you seen those who are always sweet, always accommodating, eventually end up being disrespected, while those who set boundaries from the beginning are rarely crossed? The one who is respected and feared doesn't need to shout. Their very presence changes the atmosphere. On the other hand, the one who relies only on being liked must constantly please others, and that becomes their chain of bondage. But don't get it wrong. Being feared does not mean being cruel. It means being firm, clear, and daring to set limits from the start. In this wilderness of wolves, even a sheep that wants to survive must grow fangs. You don't need to be ruthless, but you do need to make others hesitate before they dare to come at you. Tactic 3. Be cold as steel. Because emotion is a weakness, Machiavelli was not a moralist. He was a strategist, And he understood. Whoever lets emotions lead becomes a puppet in someone else's hands. Emotions are like invisible strings. Whoever holds them can pull you at any moment. Look around you. How many people have lost their careers because of a single outburst of anger? How many have made wrong decisions because they were too in love, too afraid, or too envious? In the game of power, showing too much emotion makes you predictable. And the predictable one is the one about to lose. Machiavelli advised, act with the coldness of a surgeon. If something must be cut off, cut it, even if it's painful, even if it makes you unpopular. This doesn't mean you must turn into an emotionless stone. You can feel everything, but never let anyone read it. Your face must remain calm, your voice calculated, your reactions minimal. Stop and ask yourself, have you ever revealed fear in a meeting, only to see someone exploit it right after? When you hide your emotions, you're the one controlling the game, while the impulsive reveal their weaknesses. You observe, you see their fear, their anxiety, their moment of distraction. And at that moment, one precise strike ends it all. Machiavelli reminded, learn to swallow anger, hide fear behind a smile, and stay calm under every gaze. That is true power. Tactic 4. Have allies, but never depend on them. In the game of power, blind trust is a deadly gamble. Machiavelli warned, whoever places their entire fate in the hands of others will sooner or later be betrayed or abandoned. Allies are important, collaboration is necessary, but dependence is a death sentence. Think back. Have you met someone who existed only because of a patron, a protector? And when that support collapsed, they fell straight to the bottom too? Machiavelli pointed out, treat allies as steps on a ladder, not as crutches. Allies help you move faster, but they cannot be your only support. The truly powerful can always stand alone. Even when every door is closed, they still have the skills, the reputation, and the intellect to survive on their own. History is full of failures who gave all their power to a handful of partners only to be outplayed, full of leaders who fell because of blind loyalty. It sounds cruel, but Machiavelli didn't write about the world as it should be. He exposed the world as it is. So, build allies, value relationships, but always be ready to walk alone. If tomorrow you lost every supporter, could you still stand? The most durable power doesn't come from anyone else. It comes from your own strength. Tactic 5. Cultivate an image of power. You may be intelligent, skilled, brilliant, but if you don't know how to make others see it, you'll still be overlooked. In the game of power, how others perceive you matters more than the truth. It sounds unfair, but it is the raw nature of human beings. Machiavelli once said, everyone sees what you appear to be, few truly know what you are. Stop and think. Have you ever walked into a room and within seconds, people judged whether you were strong or weak, confident or insecure? If you don't control your image, others will do it for you, and they'll do it in ways that harm you. A king, even in fear, does not tremble before his court. A general, even in doubt, must never show hesitation before his soldiers. They understood, image is the shield that protects power. But don't be mistaken, building an image is not just about dressing well or speaking smoothly. It is the sum of the look in your eyes, the way you stand, the tone of your voice when you speak, the calm you project under attack. Those who master themselves radiate an energy that changes the entire room. Imagine this. In a meeting, one person speaks for 10 minutes and no one remembers a word. Another speaks just 3 short, firm, cold sentences and everyone falls silent and remembers. True confidence isn't loud, it is quiet, but impossible to ignore. This world does not reward those who are deserving. It only rewards those who know how to look deserving. Care for your image like a warrior cares for his sword. Because image not only creates presence, it makes others think twice before daring to touch you. Tactic 6. Turn luck into a strategic weapon. There are forces beyond anyone's control. Machiavelli called this fortuna luck, randomness, unexpected events. Ordinary people just call it good luck or bad luck. But Machiavelli understood success or failure is not decided by luck, but by how prepared you are when it arrives. He compared fortuna to a river. When calm, it flows slowly, predictable, but when storms come, it sweeps everything away. The wise build dams and walls before the waters rise. They don't sit and wait for luck. They prepare to turn the unexpected into opportunity. Stop and think. How many times have you complained, "I never get a break"? But in truth, when opportunity came, you weren't ready. Opportunity knocks only once. Those who are prepared seize it. Those who aren't lose it, and it won't come back. So, if you want luck, you must create it yourself. Learn new skills. Read more than others. Observe the market, people, and the times. Go where others are afraid to go. Imagine this. 2 employees attend a surprise meeting with the big boss. One panics. The other has a 30-second pitch ready and is chosen for the $1 million project. Machiavelli emphasized, luck doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the prepared. Fortuna is the wind. It blows over everyone, but only the ship with its sails ready goes far. Tactic 7. Learn from the mistakes of others. Time is the cruelest enemy of those who insist. I must experience it myself to learn. Machiavelli thought differently. He understood. The wise don't need to fall into the pit to know there are sharp rocks below. They just need to see someone else fall and learn. History is full of examples. Roman emperors collapsing from arrogance. Napoleon failing from excessive ambition. Modern companies going bankrupt because of one reckless decision. These cracks are warning maps for those sharp enough to read them. Think back. Have you ever seen a colleague burn their career with one impulsive email, and then, months later, someone else repeats the exact same mistake? Machiavelli pointed out, fools learn from their own pain. The wise learn from the failures of others. Learning from mistakes is not copying. It is extracting principles. Why did Caesar lose it all? Why did a once powerful company collapse? Why was a celebrated leader betrayed? Names change, eras change, but human nature and human mistakes always repeat. Imagine this. In a company, you see a team fail because they depended on a single client. If you're observant, you diversify your income before repeating that disaster. Learning from others' mistakes saves time, reduces damage, and helps you move faster. In the game of power, the observer is always ahead. Tactic 8. Be flexible in strategy, never rigid. Rigidity is the privilege of fools. In a world that constantly shifts, anyone who clings to a single plan will surely be crushed. Machiavelli understood. The world changes, people change, circumstances change, and those who do not change with them are eliminated. He called this virtue. Not just courage, but the ability to adapt. Picture this. A dry branch looks strong, but one strong wind snaps it. Bamboo bends with the storm, yet when it passes, it still stands tall. The rigid seem strong, but they are fragile. The flexible may bend, may pivot, but in the end, they are the ones who survive. Stop and think. Have you seen a business cling to its old model, only to collapse when the market shifted? While a rival adapted, pivoted, and broke through, flexibility is not betraying yourself. It is loyalty to the ultimate goal, but willingness to change the path to reach it. A smart leader knows how to read the signs, knows how to listen, even when the truth is uncomfortable. And most importantly, knows that strength is not in never changing, but in changing at the right moment. Imagine this. An employee suddenly loses a project. The rigid one complains and gets stuck. The flexible one transfers their skills to a new team and rises faster. Machiavelli reminded, "To survive and win, be like water. No fixed shape, but strong enough to wear down stone." Tactic 9. Control emotions to control the game. In a competitive world, losing control of your emotions is the fastest way to lose everything. Machiavelli saw human nature clearly. Those who act out of anger, fear, or arrogance become predictable prey. And in the game of power, the predictable one is the one about to lose. Think back. Have you seen a leader shout in a meeting and instantly lose the respect of the team? Have you seen someone make a rash decision out of impatience and throw away years of advantage? One burst of anger can ruin a career. One impulsive decision can destroy a relationship. Machiavelli advised, "The truly strong keep a cool head even when the world around them is burning." This does not mean becoming an emotionless machine. You still feel, but you choose when to reveal and how. Imagine this. In a negotiation, instead of responding instantly, a leader waits in silence for 5 seconds before answering. That pause forces the entire room to wait and gives them back control. A timely silence can be stronger than 1,000 words. A calm smile can unsettle an opponent more than a burst of shouting. Machiavelli emphasized, "He who can rule himself can rule the world around him." Controlling emotion is not just defense, it is a strategic weapon. When you remain calm, you notice what others miss. When you stay silent, you hear what others fail to catch. In the game of power, it's not the loudest who wins, but the one who stays composed until the very end. Tactic 10. Build strategic alliances. On the chessboard of power, no one wins alone. Even the strongest need allies. Machiavelli understood, the strength of a leader does not come only from themselves, but from the strategic connections they build. But beware, not every alliance brings strength. A wrong alliance can drag you down faster than any enemy. Think back. Have you seen a company partner with the wrong ally and collapse within a few years? Have you seen someone put trust in the wrong person and lose everything? Machiavelli emphasized, a lasting alliance is built on shared values and mutual interests, not on temporary convenience. Alliances must be constantly nurtured, giving, receiving, and reinforcing trust. A lonely leader is always vulnerable, but a leader with a strong network of allies is almost untouchable. Imagine this. In a career, one person treats colleagues only as competition. Another builds partnerships where both sides win. Years later, who rises higher? Remember, building a bridge is always easier than rebuilding once it has collapsed. Value your strategic relationships, but stay alert to avoid being bound by them. Because in this game, a good alliance can be the line between a lasting empire and a lonely downfall. Machiavelli left us with a timeless map of power. These 10 tactics are not just survival tricks. They are iron principles to protect yourself while climbing to positions others cannot touch. Remember, kindness does not mean weakness. Intelligence does not mean revealing everything. And strength does not mean cruelty. The secret lies in knowing when to hide, when to reveal, and when to strike. If you apply them step by step, you will not only be respected, you will become someone others both admire and fear. And most importantly, someone untouchable. Now it's your turn. From these 10 tactics, choose one thing you will apply in the next 24 hours. Write it down in the comments, just one word, and turn it into action.